Hi guys. Well, you can see that scenery is coming on quite nicely on the right hand side. I think at this point I need to start getting the layout looking ready for an exhibition, and there's a few jobs that need to be done to get to that point. The first is going to be the fascia on the front of the layout, where you can see it's all wood and and resin, where the stream was done 30,000 times. I want to get that tidied up, sanded back and painted black. That will make a really big difference to looking more like it's getting towards finished in a way. The other thing is the lighting, which you can see over the top. And if I zoom out a little bit, you'll see that it's the same as if you've ever seen chorus at an exhibition. I use this like background gantry, and it's sitting on legs on the floor. I bang into these all the time, and I don't want it to be this way for Nangwernal. I'm actually going to modify it so it's attached to the sides of the layout itself. So that's the other thing that needs to be done, and the lights will then be off the floor in the room here and looking a lot more tidy. I've got a few plans how to do that. But before I do that, I need to change the background for the final time. This one has, I'm not really sure why, but you can see that it's got bubbling up the sides. You would have seen it in a few shots now, like there. This is the self-adhesive premium, and they do seem to get a couple of bubbles in them, more than I would want, or I don't want any. So I'm going to take all this off, and I'm going to put on a different type. It's not just going to be clouds, it's actually going to be hillside. And the reason for that choice is because, as you've probably seen, I can only fit a certain amount of large trees on here, and it's not going to give the impression of forestry. So I want to get something apart from just sky behind. The other thing is the foreground, like this one is also, that one's been destroyed by paint and things from the stream, but it's also the wrong, it's from the wrong time of year, and I've got a new one that I took in October. So that should hopefully mean that will look a little bit more natural when I get the rest of it covered up by trees and things like that. So I think we'll crack on, shall we? Okay, so step one is going to be tidying up the front of the layout here. I've decided, because there's a lot of resin and there's a lot of glue and things that's been on it, it's going to be hard to sand by hand, so I'm going to use a Dremel. So I'll have the Hoover on, I'll have the Dremel, well, it's not Hoover, it's a vacuum, it's not the Hoover brand, it's a Dyson. So I'll give it a go. I'll crank up the music for you so you don't have to listen to this. Enjoy it. Okay, so I've done that, and now I'm just going to put a cover of wood filler over it, and then when it's dry I'll be able to give it a final sand and it'll smooth it out, ready for painting. Right, it's all dry now, so I'm going to give it a go just sanding that back. I've got it on my glass block just to keep it flat so it smooths it out better. This is very much a DIY lesson this week, but you know, these are all things that we need to do. Modelling isn't just doing the modelling, and I think when you start doing railway modelling, you realise how many skills you actually pick up if it's simple DIY or electrics or woodwork or anything really. There's a lot to do. So yeah, it's a lot of skills. Give it a go, although I'm assuming if you're watching this, you are already giving it a go. Unless you're not, then give it a go. The fascia has been wiped down to get rid of any dust from sanding it back, and now I thought I'd just crack on and get some paint on it. This is a personal thing, what colour you go for. I've seen grey, green, blue, red. It doesn't matter what colour it is. I personally think that black is the nicest colour. It just always looks smart wherever you put it. This is poster paint. Now, the reason I'm using poster paint is because it's cheap. And what I want to do is cover it with cheap first, and then I'll give it a top coat of some nice, like a nicer black that'll be a bit more hardy against knocks. And also this will dry, like you've seen in the weathering. Poster paint dries very, very matte, and I want something a little bit more black than dirty. So I'll get this on, then we'll get some black on, and then we'll move on to the next job. So whilst the black is drying, I thought I would amend the back scene. And yes, this is going to be the third back scene that Nagwernal's received, but I need to get this right. The first thing to consider when sorting this was going to be the trees, and I know that the layout's not deep enough to have a realistic shadow type thing on the back. So I thought I would get a back scene instead of just having clouds, which I usually do. Is I've actually gone for this Lamberis one, which is ID back scenes, which is, I always use ID back scenes. They're really tidy. One thing that will be different on this is that usually I go for the premium one, which means they are a self-adhesive background, and that's got a benefit and a con. The pro for that is that you can stick it on quite quickly, and you don't need to deal with wallpaper paste. The con is that, as you can probably see on the sides of this, if you screw it up the first time, you're done for, because as soon as it's got hold of the back, you will not get it back off without ripping it all to pieces again, and it creases very easily. So I thought I'd go for the basic one this time and wallpaper paste it, and it'll give me time to adjust it and things like that. I'm probably not going to film myself doing that because I need to take the layout downstairs into the kitchen and things, and there's a lot of distractions there. So I'll show you how it looks at the end. The other thing is I have still got the, as you can see, right, the woodland there. I mentioned that I did my own again, and this time you should be able to see that it's a lot colder, and it was actually done in autumn, so it should fit it a bit better. The issue is still going to be the same, like how do I blend the top in, but my idea is that I'm going to put trees where these ones are placed, and it should blend the tops together. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know if that'll work or not. And then on the other side, I've still got the nice valley across, so they need to go on as well, but I'll get this part done first, and then if it goes wrong, then I'll just set fire to it, I suppose. That's the plan B. Well, it's actually been months since I filmed that last footage you've just watched, and the reason was because I wasn't happy with the back scene, and in fact I wasn't happy with any back scene that I could find commercially. So what you see here is a 13-foot long panoramic photo that I did with the drone up in Nagwernal itself, and I've only just picked this up this evening, and I'm just blown away. I'm so chuffed with it. The ones that I found, you know, they just weren't working for Nagwernal. They were too generic, and the sky wasn't working because, as people kept commenting, it needs some trees or some depth behind it, which was absolutely right. So hopefully you can see how at the top there, well, in fact, from the drone, you can actually see the line going curling around the hillside there, but that's going to be covered by the hillside itself. So you'll only see you'll see like that much there, like I did originally. Then going round, as you come around a corner, you'll then have all the trees there. And then going on to the other side behind the station, you'll just have the top part there, and eventually it will wrap around, and that'll be facing away from the fiddle yard, if that makes sense. It's I think it was 220 GSM paper, so it's quite thick. I'm going to try and get it on the layout tonight because I need to get some photos for some advertisement that's happening for a show that it's going to, its first show. So I'm going to go and get that on, but I hope to God I don't screw it up, because I'm so chuffed with how it looks like this. I might just leave it on the floor. Let's look at it from here. It's a shame no one else in the house is really appreciating the look of it on the floor right now. Only me. But, you know, we can't all have quite unhealthy obsessions with trains, I suppose. Well, that's the back scene on, and as is the flavour of the week, or the couple of months for this video actually, you've probably noticed that the scenery itself has progressed quite a lot. That's because this has been months in the making, this video, just because I just didn't want to do the jobs. I've got the back scene on and it's all cut and fits nicely now, so that's helped. You can definitely see on the right hand side that where in the larch there, I've added more trees and depth with some darker trees at the back for shadowing as well. And I've brought it over to the right hand side, so the whole of the back is quite nicely treed up now. The eagle-eyed among you, even though I don't like sayings like that, will notice the stock on the layout. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice what day I'm filming this, because I put a photo out this morning of this particular stock, so that's nice for you. You'll see also that I've got the lighting, I don't know what you call them, stands, sticks, supports, struts, I don't know. They're bolted to the sides of the back scene now, instead of being out on the floor, so it's a lot tidier in the room. It's also a lot tidier when I take it out to a show. The lighting itself needs to be fiddled with at the top to make it look aesthetically pleasing, because as you can see, it's just cable tied together at the moment. So I'll sort that. That's about it for this. But there's one more thing that I want to do this week, and that is actually to add another level or dimension to viewing the layout, and that is with ambient or background sound. How I'm going to attack this is I've bought a little MP3 player and some little speakers that are meant to fit into, I think, like telly screens and things like that. There's 4 of them. So what I'm going to do is on each of the 2 boards there'll be one that side, one there, and then one over there underneath the layout, and then they will plug in with a 3.5mm lead into the MP3 player. And the sound that's going to play, I have recorded again. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I was up in Angwernal last week, and I have recorded about an hour of background sound at the station itself, so you can hear the ravine with the water, you can hear the birds, which got quite annoying after a bit because they're very loud up there. But hopefully that will really sort of bring you into the layout. I'll probably show you now a couple of clips of some trains running and record play the sound over the top, so you can get a flavour of it. But apart from that, hopefully you saw the Audrey diorama challenge that came out this week. Tuesday, I think it was released. So hopefully you've seen a video for that on my channel. That was very unnerving to put a video out on something that wasn't a Friday, but I wasn't prepared to miss a Friday, so this video is coming out this Friday. If not, go and have a look. If you want to enter, please do. I think this is the last Audrey extravaganza, so this is your last chance to do it, so it's now or never. If not, I might see you at the event. If not, I might see you at Shrewsbury show. Come and vote, because I think there's like a best in show voted by the viewer, so it'd be quite nice to have some support there for that. That'd be really cool. If not, just send me money in the post, I suppose. Cheers.